YouTube, Twitch, MFFLs. What's good, everybody? It is your boys back again with another one. Welcome to another edition of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Sun Sports on YouTube and on the Glow Sun Productions on Twitch. No Rick Carlisle, no problem for the Indiana Pacers. The Mavericks take another L tonight. They lose 106-93. And joining me on this conversation, I have my co-host King. What's up, man?
Not much, man. I just want to get right into it.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man. So in the video, this is usually how it works, guys. We give you our reactions, our positives, our negatives, and the game ball, regardless of wins or losses. And we usually like to take our comments and our questions towards the end of the video, so that way it flows a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get into it. King, what you got, man?
Take my glasses off for
Oh man,
this.
you take your glasses off. It's about to get real. It's about to get real.
This, I don't know how much longer I can watch the Mavs. I've been a Mavs fan first and foremost. I'm looking right into the camera. I'm talking to
Mm-hmm.
Mark Cuban,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Mark Cuban, Mr. Mavs Twitter is toxic. I'm talking directly to you. I've been a fan of this team for over 20 years now, going on 25 years. And there's a bunch of Mavs Twitter fans, and all I know that's been fans for longer than I have, or close to I've been, or whatever. This we are the same Mavs Twitter that had your back when the NBA, most of the NBA thought you were, this loudmouth loser that couldn't do nothing.
Yep.
Um, Back in the day when David Stern couldn't stand you and all, and we were the only ones that had your back and all, thinking you were an awesome, um, owner of a team. And you're the same one that's telling us Mavs Twitter, the ones that watch this team that help put money in your pocket, that we're toxic. This team is trash. I'm plain and simple. This team is trash. Every day we look at them, we watch this game to see if they can overachieve a little bit today or tomorrow. You guys are paid for trash. You went out, you've spent money on guys that cannot, as we say, dribble the ball. You spend money on guys that supposedly, have a role but aren't even great at the role, and you spend too much for them. Reggie Bullock was supposed to be here and be a 3 and D guy. Reggie Bullock ain't close, ain't sniff an all-star team. He ain't sniff a first-team NBA on defense or offense. He ain't sniff any of that. So it wasn't worth it for him to be paid. We keep paying for these trash guys over and over again. Dwight Powell shouldn't be in the NBA. He should be in the G League or over in Europe. We know that. Willie Cauley Stein, the same thing. We appreciate Dodo for who he is. We appreciate Maxi Kleber for who he is. But we know who he is, who they are, I should say. This team is atrocious right now, man. We have no lock. We have no shooters. These guys aren't shooters. They're supposed to be shooters. We got rid of Seth Curry, who was a shooter. You made all these decisions and you haven't told us anything. We sit here and ask you to give us one, just something of saying, hey, what's your direction for this team, this franchise? And you call us toxic, Mark Cuban. So I think we deserve a little more than this right now. And right now, I'm truthfully saying people shouldn't be watching this team. This team is that bad right now that I wouldn't even recommend watching this team if I could. Mark Cuban we deserve an answer from Mark Cuban, or at least a trade or some type of move or something letting us know what happened with this team, because this team is not worthy of paying to watch it on TV, to pay to watch it in the arena or anything. These guys don't want to play right now. And if you think that's the quality of entertainment that you should be giving to your fans, then shame on you, Mark Cuban. We deserve something from you. So that's the only thing I really got to say about this game. We're gonna go into obviously the goods, the bads, and all that. Luka had a decent performance, I guess. We need more than second half from Luka Doncic. I'm tired of seeing these first half performances are getting almost 20 points and on. Then at the end of the game, you look and Luka got less than 30 points. Nah, no more Luka. I can't deal with that. I know you in the game with these 27, 9, and 9. It looks good for your numbers and all, but that's not gonna cut it, man. You can't give us 20 points in the first half and then give us 10 points and it's less than 10 points in the second half, man. It's 24 minutes in the second half. That does not cut it. Kristaps Porzingis had what, 2 rebounds a day, 3 rebounds, something like that. I think 2 rebounds he had today. That he's 7'3". I'm by him having he should have. I'll give him 8 rebounds. He really should have a double double every night, but I'm gonna give him 8 rebounds just because it's harder for him to move his legs, I guess, because it's so long. So we'll give him 8. But for him to have 2 rebounds, that's That's ridiculous. I don't care who's out there playing. Miles Turner, the Sabonis. You should want to go out there and embarrass these boys and show them that you got something. But you go out there and get bullied on the glass all day. This team is horrible, man. Miles Turner showed up and showed us why he should be a Mav or anything else. But it doesn't matter who plays against us, man. We get embarrassed by whoever it is. We go out there and try to overachieve every night, and it's ridiculous watching this. We need a team that we can stand behind and know what our team is going to do. We have no identity. Our coach can't even play players in a rotation because we don't have players that can sit in a rotation. Tim Hardaway Jr. is like 2 on his last 22 3-pointers. He just got almost $80 million from us. Like, this is horrible. And somebody deserves to tell the Mavs fans something. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Rel. I'm sorry for my rant, but I had to say something to Mark Cuban because this is awful.
Yeah. Listen. Everything you're saying, man, you're preaching to the choir right now, man. Where do I begin with this? Kind of touching on some of the stuff that you had said, man. I think I've said this before a few videos back, man. It's to the point it's getting real hard to watch this product right now. And you got Mark Cuban more focused on trying to prove people right than putting a good product out there for the fans. And then when the fans call you out on it, then we're the bad guys for calling you out for this. Like, if you don't have an issue with this, then something is wrong with you.
Yep.
It's like we're calling you out for the BS that you put on this. So you telling me, Mark Cuban, that you can look at this team right now and you're proud of it. You're proud of what you've done. Because, like you said before, we have a lot of questions that you're not giving us answers to. And then you contradicted yourself on a lot of the moves that you did make. Y'all heard me say this a million times. I don't know how many times I brought this up. You yourself, Mark Cuban, said that we need a second option. You need another ball handler. We didn't get any of that. And so when the fans call you out for it, then we're the bad guys. It's like we make $2.15 an hour plus tips, and we can sit here at home and tell you there's something wrong with the team. You got people on national television, on the national media, laughing at us right now.
Yep.
Like, everybody else can understand. I brought this up before too. I bring up the example of Chicago. Zach LaVine is not better than Luka, but Chicago had the mind frame of, you know what? We need to put a better team around Zach LaVine. And look what Chicago is doing right now.
DeMar
You have
DeRozan,
the
man.
exact same core of players from the last 4 years. You're not going anywhere with that. That little 7-game series you had last year with the Clippers, that is it. That's your top right there. That's your ceiling. That's it. Now you go in here, you get 2 more players, you get a guy who's making the veteran minimum, and you get Reggie Bullock, and you expect us to sit here and say, oh, that's it. That's our offseason right there. We ready. Let's go. And you really have naive Maverick fans right now who still think of the mind frame of, oh, stop attacking Cuban. He's not his fault. Listen, I'm going to bring up the term common denominator because I brought this up before in videos too. Donnie and Rick are gone. Jason Kidd and Nico are here. We're still having the same issues. What's the common denominator here?
Mark Cuban.
Thank you. Like, if you understand that you're a Mad fan, listen, I could brag right now. I'm probably a Mad fan longer than most of y'all that watch these videos. I've been a Mad fan since birth. And I can sit here and tell you right now that I am not proud of what I'm seeing right now. Mark Cuban is the common denominator in all this. He has to take the blame. You sit there fussing with Bob Voulgaris, who you fired or let go or whatever the case is on Twitter, instead of getting your product in order. This is getting ridiculous, man. Like I said, we sit here doing these videos every day, and I get tired of having to sit here and watch this stuff to talk about it to y'all.
Do video,
yeah. It's getting hard, bro. Because I feel like every video that we do, we're beating down on the Mavericks, and I don't want to do that.
Nope.
I'm like I said, I feel I'm the biggest Mavs fan out of anybody out here is watching the Mavs, bro. I really feel like that. But even I gotta sit here and say, man, like you said, I'm just getting tired of watching these games because there's no type of consistency. There's no leadership.
Nope.
Like I said, we said in the last video, Mark Cuban can sit here and tell you all day long that whenever something goes wrong, he has no idea what's going on.
Nope.
He has no idea. But like I said before, the people that you claim were the problem last time are gone now.
They're gone.
You have a whole new coaching staff, whole new front office, and we're still seeing the exact same things.
It's like they're waiting for the the perfect piece to be available to get. And it's like I understand you guys aren't you waiting for that right guy that you don't want to take the I guess you don't want to get a guy that could be a bust or somebody that won't pan out. So why do you pay these guys that don't need to be in the NBA money? Why do you pay the guys that, teams don't even no other team in the NBA wants money if you're looking for the perfect guy? These are the guys you can let go and you can find, other role players that will let go from other teams and maybe see if these guys can fit. But you're keeping these same guys that can't even do their role on our team and paying them money, but then letting the DeMar DeRozan go for the cheap money to Chicago. He's in the MVP conversation now. You let that guy go and not even give him an opportunity to go talk to him to see if he wanted to be here in Dallas. You let a
Lonzo.
guy,
You know
you
what
let
I'm
a guy
saying?
like that, you let a guy like Lonzo Ball go and not even give him a chance to be on this team and go and produce for this team. And there's so many more players that we look at and we call out on as Mavs Twitter. Mavs Twitter, since we so toxic. I know Mavs Twitter talked about DeMar DeRozan. Mavs
Yeah,
Twitter talked about Kyle Lowry.
yeah,
Mavs Twitter talked about Lonzo Ball.
yeah.
I'm in Mavs Nation on Facebook, so I know these things, Mark. So I've seen Mavs Twitter talk about all these players. We've talked about Miles Turner for a long time. He's allegedly available. Are we going to do something to get him? No, probably not. I don't know
No,
what you guys.
he rather keep guys like Willie. And a matter of fact, where's Willie at right now? Did he play tonight? Oh, he
Man, get
did.
out of
Okay,
here.
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. He didn't play tonight. But you decided to keep him though. Like I said, you had DeMarcus Cousins sitting at home. We're not saying go in here and sign DeMarcus Cousins to a max extension contract or whatever. We're saying that you can't tell me that DeMarcus Cousins isn't better than any of the two centers that you have right now. You can't sit here and tell me that. So if you're not 100% sure on him, sign to a 10-day contract. Just
Bro,
get him.
they
Like
could
I'm
have signed
tired of
DeMarcus Cousins
watching
for less
Willie
than
out
Willie.
here and Dwight Powell out here, bro. This is getting
They
ridiculous.
they could have signed DeMarcus Cousins for less than Willie Cauley Stein.
Thank you.
They
Yeah,
could have
that's what
signed
I'm saying. It's just
DeMarcus
like,
Cousins for less than Willie Cauley Stein. That's unbelievable to think of. And Mark Cuban has this team talking about Mavs Twitter is toxic. And you're paying Willie Cauley Stein more than DeMarcus Cousins. I don't care how he can rip both his Achilles, both his ACLs and MCLs, and he'd be way
still
better
better than
than
Dwight
Willie
Powell.
Cauley Stein
Yeah,
and
and
Dwight Powell.
yes. Yes. The thing is, man, like I said, he gets mad at us for calling out this product. Then that means you're telling me that you're okay with what's going on right now. You can't sit here and tell me that you don't look on this quarter just like, man, I don't what the hell's going on. You can't tell me that. Matter of fact, there was a Mavs fan that tweeted that he saw Mark Cuban sitting on the sideline with his hands in his face. He's like, no. Open your damn eyes and watch what's going on in this court. Because this is what we've been trying to tell you. Instead of you sitting there defending it and getting upset because we calling you out on it, fix it. Like you said, what are you waiting for? I've said this a million times, King. You don't have to go out there and try to swing for the fences, bro. Get a double. Go
Yeah,
get enough of the play. Like I said, Lonzo Ball. You could have got Lonzo Ball. That's
yeah,
not swinging for the fences. That's a double.
yeah. We
DeMar
let go of Seth
DeRozan.
Curry. We let go of Seth Curry. That was a double. We got him back. We let go of Seth. We had a guy that was one of the best shooters of all time. We had him on our team swinging. That's how you develop a team. You get shooters,
Yeah,
you get pieces, you get,
bro. You get
like you said,
enough.
doubles.
Get enough good players. Jalen Brunson level players. Get enough good players, bro, on the team, and you'll be fine.
Yep.
Luka can elevate those kind of players, bro, but Luka can't sit there and elevate the G League team, bro. Yeah, and everybody, and I know, shout out to Jay. I know he got on me and Will about making fun of this when Gilbert Arenas said this. But, bro, this is the G League team, bro.
Yeah,
The G League team
it
playing
is.
better than this team right now.
It is. I'd
And
rather
like,
have the players from the G League right now on
yeah,
the Texas G League squad. Some of these
yeah,
players, you can call them up rather than these players we got on the
bro. I'd
court
rather
right
have
now.
Carly Jones right now
Then Reggie
than
Bullock.
than
Then Reggie Bullock.
oh yeah, then Reggie Bullock, hell, Tim Hardaway. Matter of fact,
Yep.
Tim Hardaway.
2 for 22
It's to the point
his
like
last
I don't
22.
even know if we can even move Tim Hardaway.
Nope.
Like this dude looks horrible right now, bro.
Yep.
Like I just It's like I said,
We
I'm just getting
they
frustrated,
want to
man.
blow it up. They want to blow it up. It's looking like we want to blow it up. I don't know if Luke is going to sit through a blow up. Looks like we got to blow it up.
Well, so are we doing a countdown to goodbye, Luca, or how we doing this?
No, I don't want to go that far because I
Mm.
don't want to put that kind of negativity in the air yet. I mean, we all know, we all got that feeling that it might go down that road, but you never know, man. It's one move. One move can change everything. So I don't want to go that far yet. But on this
But
path,
so man, I don't. That's why
it's
I'm
gone.
confused about this whole thing. It's like Mark does not want to get rid of any of these guys, and in the position that we're in right now. But you made a drastic move back in 2010 to get that team to help you win a championship in 2011. You had to make a move. You
Bro,
always
this man
everybody always bring up the 2011 team. But remember, to get that 2011 team, you had to make a move.
make a move. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And
This
it was a
man,
best move.
this
That's
man
what you need
confuses
to do right
himself.
now. But you have to shake this up, bro. It's not going anywhere. It's not
Mark
going nowhere,
confuses himself, man. Mark confuses himself. He goes and does
bro.
what he's supposed to do to other teams. He goes and he lets Maxi Kleber have a run where he's shooting like 40% from three. So you're like, all right, Maxi's a trade piece right now. You got him. You built him up right now. He's hot. He's a big man that shoots. You see him on TV playing defense against Zion. You see him knocking down threes. He's talked about right now. Trade him. Get rid of him. He's exceeded his value. Go get value for him. But no, then Mark Cuban says, "Well, Maxey did a good job. He's going to be the greatest player of all time doing that." Another
See
player,
that
like you're
Mark Cuban
supposed
is
to
a
build
walking
these guys up.
contradiction, bro.
It's
Mark
it's
Cuban is a walking
crazy.
contradiction. Like I said, you sit there, you tell us that you need a ball handler and all this old stuff, a second option. Then you turn around and say, "Oh, when you got Reggie Bullock and Sterling Brown, oh, we're good now."
Maxey will never
You
make
sir,
the All Star
yourself
game.
said that we need another ball handler, bro. We need a second option.
Max
Where is that at?
Dodo will
Oh,
never
my
make the
bad.
All
You let him
Star
go to
game.
Chicago. You let him go to Chicago.
Reggie Bullock will never make the All Star game. We
Oh
saying these
no.
guys they will
The only
never.
time he gonna be the All Star game, he actually fly there himself to watch it.
Yep, and he might be on the 3-point shootout or something, but not the way it's looking right now. But I can almost like bet my house on it that Reggie Bullock will never be an All Star, that Tim Hardaway Jr. is looking like will never be an All Star, that Maxi Kleber will never be an All Star, that Dorian Finney-Smith will never be an All Star. Neither will Dwight Powell or Willie Cauley-Stein. We know that for a fact. So if I know these guys will not be All Stars, why would I not trade them for a Laurie Market? Who has the potential of possibly being an all-star. Why would I not trade him for Alonzo Ball, who's on the cusp of being an all-star already in his career? Why would I not trade him for DeMar DeRozan, who's been an all-star multiple times in his career already? And as you said already, DeMarcus Cousins has been an all-star multiple times. DeMarcus Cousins has been considered the best center in this league at some point. And we did not trade anybody. We kept Dwight Powell over DeMarcus Cousins. That
And
is, I
you
don't care
know
how much
another thing
Shark
too,
Tank he
King.
does. Man,
You know
I
another
don't
thing
care
too,
how much
King.
Shark Tank he does. I don't how much he does as far as all that stuff. This guy is Mark Cuban. He's horrible at analysis or talent analysis on the basketball court. He has to
He
be. I
thinks
don't care about
he
his other
thinks he's the
basketball
smartest guy
or
in
his
the
other
room, bro.
ventures.
That's his problem. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
This
And
guy's
I just
oh my
it's frustrating. You know another thing too. We talked about Desmond Bain a few days ago.
god.
Dallas also with the way, like you said, Mark Cuban, way he's handling the franchise since he's been here, doesn't take the draft serious either.
Nope.
Now we can go all the way back to when Dirk started getting established. All the draft picks that Dallas missed on, you know what I'm saying, or could have got, or whatever. It's like I said, we might have to start putting Mark Cuban in the whole conversation with like the owner from Phoenix or the owner from the Kings. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because this is it's unacceptable, bro. It's like it's just straight trash. You know what I'm saying?
If
And it's to the
Mark
point
didn't have
like,
if 2011 didn't exist, Mark
yeah,
Cuban would be that. He
yeah,
he would be that. Like we'd be seeing him as well. Mark, you underachieved your whole time you've been here. The Mavs under Mark
because
Cuban, the
you
Mavericks.
didn't put a team up, didn't get Dirk the help that you promised him after 2011. And
The
then now you
Mavericks had the
sit here
third
and you
best.
don't give Luka a team.
The Mavericks had the third best record in the NBA, I believe, within like Dirk's first maybe 12 years or so, or 15
Yeah.
years, behind San Antonio and LA. They had the
Yeah.
third best record in the NBA, and they squeaked out one championship. The third best in the NBA between that point, and squeaked out one championship. That's a disappointment, Mark. That's a disappointment. You looking at it as 2011 being your high point, and that makes you that you did something great, and that it basically what is it, validates what you're doing or whatever. It's basically showing that you underachieved because Dirk should have had way more than one. You're the
Yep.
reason Dirk is looked at and he's underappreciated by other folks. The reason that Mavs fans look at Dirk and we can tell a Dirk made in the conversation with Kevin Garnett that it's actually a conversation because we can watch it. But the outside media doesn't know that because you never put the players around him. Dirk should have had way more than one championship. That's your fault, Mark Cuban. But you're not taking that on. You're trying to act like that one was something that you did. I'm beyond like pissed at this team right now, man. Like Mark, he owes us something. Something.
Mhm. No, I agree, man. Like I said, it's to the point I feel like we having the same videos. Seems like every day, man. Dallas in the last 10 games is 3-7. It's just I don't I might go on a limb right now, man, and say it. Dallas might not make it to the playoffs. Then what?
Like,
Then what? See, if you
I
had
know.
to just switch things up at the beginning of this year, then you probably would have been in a better position. So now you didn't change anything up, didn't add anything, or nothing significant. You didn't add anything significant. Now I feel like you took us like 2 steps back. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what? And it's to the point now because I know we went on a rant about Mark Cuban. Let's get on some of these players, man. Matter of fact, you know what? This is what we're gonna do, bro. We ain't no positives. We going all negatives.
There you go.
So
Thank you.
watching this video,
Listen,
you a Mavs fan that thinks that this glass half full, optimistic. You don't want to say anything negative. You might want to turn us off. We're about to go in.
yeah,
I'm starting getting on some of these players. I want to start with KP.
go ahead.
Like you said, this man is 7'3", 2 rebounds. Got bullied by Demontis Sabonis tonight. Now I've said this before. I said this before about Demontis Sabonis. I'd rather have Sabonis. Excuse me. I'd rather have Sabonis than KP.
Yes, absolutely. I know what
That
he's
man
going
is
to give us.
dog. We talked
Yep.
about this on last video. A
Hmm.
dog. KP is not
Hmm.
a dog. He's
No.
not a dog. He gets He's too soft. I hate to throw that word out there like that, man, but KP's soft. I'm
Yep.
sorry, bro. You got bullied tonight, bro. 2 rebounds. Two.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, he got 2 rebounds, man. 2 rebounds, and he got 22 points. And you know, people, 22 points. Wow, KP got 22. Oh, that was good. KP gave us 2 rebounds. They destroyed us on the offensive boards, and there are second chance points and all that. That 7'3",
Bro.
man. 7'3".
And with the struggling Malcolm Brogdon. He struggled for about most of the game, probably except for like the
Most
last
of the
like
game.
4 minutes of the game.
Yep, three and a
And it's
half,
just
three and a
like,
half quarters. He
yeah,
struggled.
3.5 quarters. And
Hmm.
it's just like, bro, I'm getting tired of the excuses for KP. I'm tired of hearing, if this happened, then he could do this, or if that happened, he could do this. I'm
Hmm.
getting tired of all that, bro. You're not a number two. You're not
No,
a number two.
he's
Like,
not.
I'll bring this back up again. The Chicago Bulls. DeRozan can take over, and Zach LaVine can take over. We don't
Hmm.
have that. And so, like you said in the beginning of the video, if Luka is struggling, that's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust KP. I don't trust him, bro.
I'm,
And
I'm
it's
gonna
just
ask you.
like,
I'm gonna ask you. I want to ask you a serious question. I want you to
go
answer
ahead.
it as serious as you can. Is Kristaps Porzingis better than Jalen Brunson?
I don't think so.
But if you're trading for somebody on the team, would you take Kristaps over Jalen Brunson?
If I was the other team,
Yep, if you are the team,
no, I want Jalen Brunson.
I would too. Jalen
Yeah,
Brunson's a better. So it is what it is. Like it's no more. We keep trying to make this and say what it is. Jalen Brunson's better than Kristaps Porzingis. He's a
Yeah.
trade piece. That's why we know. And he's going to want his money. Kristaps making $30 million a year. Jalen Brunson's better than Kristaps Porzingis. I wouldn't sit here on this team and make anything less than $20 million when I'm better than Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
And he's better than Kristaps Porzingis. It's as simple as that. So that shows you already this team is done. Like we've messed up. We've messed up big time. We gave Kristaps Porzingis money, and now we got to pay our
And you're
second
gonna
best player,
lose
and we
Jalen.
can't.
And you're gonna
We
lose
can't
Jalen.
get it. Yep. So I hopefully, like I said before in other videos, when I said it before, we trade him. I hate that it's come to this, but it's the only thing we can do. We have to trade Jalen Brunson, or we're just going to lose him, and we're going to have Kristaps Porzingis and Luka. And as a, man, I'm just so mad because it's like it's these false stats. Like I said, even the Luka with his 27 little nine, like Luka had what 18 in the first half.
Yeah.
He had 18 in the first half. So he was going off, and then they set him, and Indiana came back, and he came back in and took the lead. But then it's like, I can't let you off the hook for that, Luke. It's not like you can choose, well, as long as I get my 20 points in the first half or one of the halves, I'm fine. And then they showed a stat about he's shooting better in the fourth quarter this year, but he's barely shooting. So if you're barely shooting and you're shooting good, that doesn't matter. Like, I need Luka Doncic to. That's money time. Your third and fourth quarters are your money time, man. Take it easy in the first half. Get your assists, get your rebounds and all that in the first half. Get your other players going. But money time is the second half of the game. We need Luka Doncic to be out there and be able to make buckets. Even at the end of the game, when it's like a close game and they're running away with it, like Luka, make buckets. You already got 27. Go give us another one. Jack three miss. Too hard on a layup. Try to get an and one or whatever. Like, they're moments. It's moments in the game that superstars are supposed to be built for. And this is what we thought you were built for. So stop doing this. Just I'm trying to get my numbers, man. This team just needs leadership. Something is just off about this team, and it's Mavs Twitter is toxic. That's all I can keep saying. We're toxic.
No, like I said, like you said, I agree with you, bro. It's like, you know, what are we supposed to do? Because we have issues right now. That's the fact that, Dallas now has, like I said, you're not drafting, you're
Nope.
not built correctly, and you got these contracts of these players who don't deserve the contract. So you're doing pretty bad right now on all three phases of the whole thing, right? The team right now, trying
Uh-huh.
to build the team or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You're not doing well right now. And it's just to the point, though, like I said, man, I kind of feel for Nico Harrison, bro, because he's gonna take blame for a lot of this. But like, you walked into a unwinnable situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
got an owner who meddles, who thinks he knows more than the people who put the team together. Remember, Donnie put the teams together, not
Yep.
you. And it's like
Yep.
he felt like, oh, if Jerry Jones can do this, and I can do it too, damn it. And it's like, well, have you seen how Jerry Jones and them been running things? When last time Jerry
Yeah.
Jones and them won a Super Bowl? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like that, these type of things that you gotta ask Mark Cuban. Is like, bro, what's on your mind right now, bro? What's on your mind? It's like you literally think that you can put a team together better than Donnie, who's been doing this for years. He's been entrenched in basketball for years, bro. You bought a team in '99. I think you know everything.
Donnie was raised to do that. He was born. His
Yeah,
dad put him on the map to do that.
that's why I said, like, man,
Mark, man, I'm a fan of Mark. Mark, I don't want you to think. Mark Cuban, I am a fan of yours. I've been a supporter of yours since I've been a fan of this team. But I gotta call it. I gotta call a spade a spade. And we need to know what's going on, man, because you're making fun of us, while truthfully everybody's making fun of you. And
right.
you're thinking you're the smartest guy in the room, and everybody's really laughing at you, Mark. This team is horrible, man. You got Gilbert Arenas saying on the podcast, this is G Leaguers. He's not in the league anymore. He's the next player. He can see it. Any ESPN show you show that talks about the Mavs, talking about the Mavs players, there's nobody's. Nobody want these guys. That's your team that you put together, Mark. So how is it that Mavs Twitter is so wrong, but the rest of the NBA world feels the same way that Mavs Twitter feels? But you still haven't told us anything. So we deserve something, man. I don't. I'm so lost. So I just at a loss for words, man. I'm frustrated.
Well,
There's
I'm a
no
lot
positives,
for it.
man.
Yeah, there's really no
There's no
positive, bro.
Nico.
Um,
This isn't Nico's fault. This isn't Nico. Nico did not make this team. This team this year is not Nico's. I want Mavs fans to understand that. This
like I
is
said,
not
common
Nico
denominator.
Harrison's
I
fault.
said common denominator is Mark.
Yep. This isn't even Jason Kidd's fault. Jason Kidd
Nope.
has a system. His system, like he said the other day when he said out his mouth saying this team isn't built for my system. That's basically what he said. He said I brought a system in here that Mark wants me to run, but this team isn't built for it. When he said this team isn't built for defense, and now we can't even make shots because these guys have always been overachievers. They've been overachievers, and Lucas made them overachievers. And you keep paying these overachievers instead of finding people that can actually do what you need them to do.
Yeah.
You knew exactly what you needed. You called out, and we all told you what the things that you needed this offseason, and we all knew it. And you attacked none of them. You didn't help us with one thing. Then our superstar player, you didn't hold him accountable for his weight and his conditioning. So even that is worse. Last year was COVID and injuries the beginning of the year. That was our excuse. KP
Right.
rushed them back. Guys, Maxie and them going through COVID, half the team and all, starters and all. So, okay, we started off slow. This is different. I can see this. We all have eyes. We don't need analytics and all to tell us what's going on. We don't need
Yeah.
a Bob Vogaris or whatever like that. We can watch the game and see it. So we're watching the game and saying that this is trash on the court, man. This isn't going to turn around. Nothing on this team makes you think this team is going to turn around. Who's going to turn around and become a superstar out of nowhere? Moses Brown? But you ain't playing him enough. So we can't get that out of him. KP's going to give you what KP gives you. Questionable 20 points, maybe. He ain't no 30-point a game guy that's every 5 games give me 30 points. That's not KP. You don't know how many rebounds he's going to give you. Excuse me. You don't know how many. I don't know what this team's going to give me. That's the exact problem. No one knows what this team's going to give them. That's
No
why we're
identity.
frustrated.
No
Luka
identity.
Doncic is all we think we know. We don't know if he's going to shoot well or take a bunch of crazy shots, but he's going to get his numbers. And that's because you guys make sure he get his numbers. We know how the game works. We know when you're the superstar on the team, you get your numbers, no matter what. This is ridiculous. This team is horrible. This is no. We got rid of Josh Richardson, got him to take him to bring in somebody that's just as bad.
Yep.
Like it's you didn't make an upgrade at all. You got rid of a contract. So Nico got rid of a contract to bring in one. It's just this. This is ridiculous. Sterling Brown, does he even play for us anymore? Does he does
he,
he exist anymore?
he was in street clothes tonight. He was in street clothes.
I,
Hey,
I don't
into your point too, man. Luca went. Do you want to know what Luca went from three?
go ahead.
He went 1 for 8.
Mm-hmm.
1 for 8. And like you said, Luca can go 50% one game and go 10% the next game, man. He went 11 for 25 from the field. Hey, he shot 44%. He did hit all his free throws, though. He hit all 4 of his free throws.
He was getting to the rim. He was getting to the rim in the beginning because I hit you in a message. We got it because guys, we have a little Gloson Sports message page and all that we talking. But I hit Rel up on the page and said Lucas driving. He heard my remarks from the last game. I joked about it, and he was
Yeah.
driving to the rim, getting everything at the rim. And it was like, man, here we go. All right, Lucas, show him that you can do that. And then I don't know if it's the conditioning. I'm like, it can't be the conditioning. He can't just lose all his energy, his secret juice. But in the second half, he'll just stop driving the basketball. And I'm like, keep going to the rim, Luke. It's like maybe he's getting, and I will give him the benefit of this. Luke is getting fouled a lot, and they aren't
Yes.
calling it.
Yes, he is.
And that's probably part of that's why he has to stop complaining as much as well, because it's part of the referees don't like Luka. So it's like we're not trying to give Luka. I know the whole stats say he goes to the line, top 5 in the league and all that stuff. He needs to go to the line more. So I understand why he's out there griping because he gets smacked all the time. And
Because there was one
he's a
play he
pale
went to the
guy.
basket and got like matter of fact, the one he fell to the ground, and then they
Uh-huh.
went on the other end, and I forgot. I think Miles Turner, the one that got fouled on the other end. All he did was the
Uh-huh.
player did was just wrapped around him and try to steal it, and they called a foul on that. But the Luca's on the
Yep.
ground over here. You didn't call that foul, and it's like, come on, man, you called a touch foul over here, but this dude getting rock bottomed over here, bro. You don't call nothing.
the refs
You know,
already didn't like Mark Cuban. You remember that was the
Yeah,
same thing with Dirk back in the day when Dirk was saying, Mark, you got to calm it down because the team isn't getting the respect from the refs because
yeah,
you're out here out trying to outshow the refs and all that. So Luka, I don't, man, it's just so frustrating because you can't pinpoint anything because I know why the refs aren't giving him the calls because they don't like him. Like it's as simple as that he cries too much. So it's too much. It's like that he tries to outdo the refs. So the refs are like, oh, you want to outdo us? You need us. And they're not giving it to him. So, man, this team right now is just we're immature. We're not good. We're lacking leadership. Whatever you want to say, man. Like we just don't look good in any area. There's no area. Our defense is looking better. That is the one thing about the Mavs right now. I should say, like at times out. This is probably the best defensive team I've seen in the Mavs have maybe in the last decade. Maybe it might be the last decade. This might be the best defensive team we've had in the last decade or so. So I'll say that. But I don't know what happened to our offense. It's just these guys just forgot how to shoot. And maybe we should have known that was going to happen because, like I said, they were overachieving in the first place. So
yeah. Well, I guess we can go on to the
game
game
ball,
ball. Yes,
it's going to
can we
Mark
get the
Cuban.
game ball?
Give it to Mark Cuban. No, no, I'm sorry. No, the game ball goes to Rick Carlisle.
You know what? That's funny though. I like how you threw that in there. I bet you Rick Carlisle doing what you just did right now. He's kicking back. He was doing getting a little drink on. Like, see,
Yep.
I told you. It make it seem like he got out at the right time, man. He got out at the right
Yeah.
time. Um, Game ball.
Mm.
I guess I'll give it to Moses again, man. Moses played with a little heart tonight, man. Again, I don't. I think it's to the point now they need to go ahead and just start Moses, man. Just go ahead and
Yeah.
start Moses. I mean, what do you got to
He
lose, bro? You're under
nothing.
500. You're under 500. So go ahead and start. Go ahead and start Moses and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because you need somebody in the paint, man. That's gonna deflect shots, bring energy. Because I feel like he's that kind of player that with that kind of energy that can kind of be contagious for the rest of the team. And like I said, what do you have to lose? Just go ahead and keep
What's crazy?
yeah, go ahead and keep Moses
We're
in there, man.
we're probably we're probably going to have to trade him and Jalen Brunson. So that's the it doesn't even matter because we're going to have to trade both of them. It doesn't matter. Like that's the only if you build him up and he starts looking any type of good, you're going to have to trade
Hmm.
him because when somebody looks at him like, oh well, we can give you someone with Jalen Brunson. This team is I didn't want to use a term. It's an F word, 4 letter word with an ed at the end. That's what this team is right now. It seems like so. Yeah.
So before we go, man, let me ask you one question right now. Knowing what
Hmm.
we know, is Dallas going to the playoffs this year?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna
Is
say
that
yes
including?
because I do think and this is something in the back of my head is still saying it. They're going to make a move.
Hey, it's
They're
that
they're
math
going to
fan in you, man. It's okay. It's
they
that
got
math
but
fan in you.
they got to though. I feel like it's so much attention on him this year. I feel like Mark, even if he's going to try something crazy, he has to make some type of move this year. And I feel like it's going to be something we're going to see, but I think they should be able to get to the playoff. I still believe in Luca. I think he's going to get to a point where he's going to be putting up close to 30 points a game. I think he can still do it. So I still that mad, like you said, that Mavs fan. I mean, maybe I'm being naive a little bit, but I do think they're gonna make a move though. They have to. Like I don't even think it's they can't. The Dallas Mavericks have to make a trade. They have to, and we're gonna see what trade they make. That's basically we're gonna see with Nico. It's Nico's time now, so it's time for Nico to show what he can do. So we waiting on that.
Yeah, I agree, man. Well, Mass fans, that's gonna probably do it for us. Dallas's next game is on Sunday against the Oklahoma City Thunder. King, are they gonna win that game? Yeah,
Yes,
that
yes.
tells you
I'm
everything
gonna
right
say
there.
yes. I'm gonna say yes, but I don't have confidence. But I'm going to say they have to. They have to. So I'm gonna say yes.
They are. 12-13. They are sixth in the West right now. It's crazy how they're a game under 500 and still in the actual playoff seeding, not the play in, but the playoffs. That's the crazy part about it. Um,
Are all before we go? Do you know if like is all the NBA like this right now in the West? Like so, with the
yeah, the
other
West ain't
teams
looking
that are
too.
below,
Yeah, instead of like
are there fans?
instead of the Suns and the Warriors and the Jazz to a certain extent, like everybody else is just like they just in there. You know what I mean? It's just
Got you. So
you're
everybody
looking like how
fans,
the
man.
East was for the last like decade and some change. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So
This is wild,
yeah, it
and
is,
that's what
man.
makes
Like
you.
you
I
said,
feel like it makes
hopefully,
that's what
no, go
makes you
ahead.
even madder because the West is like this right now. Like this
Yeah,
was the time for if the Mavericks were that team creeping to take your step, to take your foot and put it down and say, "Hey, we here," and they just dropped.
yeah. And you know when it's really all started when Luca got hurt.
Yeah,
Because remember
yeah,
when Luca got hurt, that's when him and KP was starting to click.
uh huh,
It's like once got hurt, then they had went on that long losing streak against the Clippers that one game, and then they lost to Phoenix twice, and it just kind of
yeah.
just went downhill from there. Cause Luka came back,
What's
they got that one win against the Clippers, and then started losing again after that.
what's crazy now is that you look at it and you like, man, they should have just set Luca. Like, and you look at it now and you like, you can't, hindsight is it's 2020, but they should have just set Luca. They
They might, you
Luca
know
could have been
what?
completely
They
healthy.
might
I
sit
don't
him
know if they
against
can
it.
do it now.
You
I'm
don't think
scared.
so?
Well, against OKC, they might sit him OKC,
They might sit him
but
and
they could
KP against OKC. I can
he
see
could
it.
have set the last 10 games. Like he could have set those games out just about. Since we're 3-7, we may have won if we'd have won two of them with Luca out. Like we'd have still probably been in the same around the same area and able to take as many steps as we can from there. Like they could have just
Right.
set Luca out. He could have been healthy at this point.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I I don't know, man. Like just we gonna have to wait and
Ride it
see what
out.
this team's gonna do, man. But that's gonna probably do it for us guys. We'd like to thank the ones who are watching live for rocking with us tonight. I know it wasn't a fun one for everybody, man, but like I know we're all Mavs fans. You know, we kind of to the point. I think we all feel the same way about this team right now. Um, feel free to come and kind of vent. Send us your comments, your questions, and stuff like that, man. As a matter of fact, we're gonna try to put together a stream pretty much just us as Mad fans venting. We're gonna try to get the word out to everyone, man, to kind of just come on out and just hop onto the live stream event. 'Cause I know there's a
Hmm.
lot of questions people have, a lot of concerns, a lot of opinions people want to kind of put out there. That Mark Cuban so-called says that we are being toxic over. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to put something like that together for everybody to just come and just we're gonna have an all-out vent session, man, as Mad fans.
Yeah,
Because right now it's getting real frustrating for us, man. And when you feel like the organization don't care and they're not listening, it gets frustrating as a Mavs fan. So we definitely understand. Like I said, we're gonna try to put something together. Follow our socials and to get the heads up of when we'll do something like that. Um, yeah, the socials are up there at the top. So please follow those for any news from the channel. You also can follow if you guys are football fans or Cowboy fans. You guys follow Jay and Will. They're also be streaming here too. I don't for the people who are watching on Twitch, you guys can follow our socials too. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel here on Twitch. We're trying to get our footing on Twitch right now, guys. So kind of work with us. We're new to Twitch, but as far as YouTube, guys, go ahead and subscribe down below. Comment too, guys. If you got throw some comments in there. Like I said, how you guys feeling right now about this team? Are you confident? Are you giving up? I know Jay just kind of put his gave us his opinion of how he feel right now, man. Which I think he pretty much is about most of the man fans right now. I
yeah,
agree with you, Jay. I 100% agree with you, man. I just it's like I said, it's frustrating to the point like I don't even want to spend money going to the games right now. That's how mad I am with the Mavs, and I feel like as Mav fans, for us to really voice how we feel to Mark Cuban, we just got to stop all together
yeah.
giving our money to the Mavs right now, man, until Mark Cuban puts a better product out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he thinks that we're stupid right now. He feels like we're not smart enough to understand what we're seeing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Calling us trolls and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is like it's like I said. I'm about to put him in there with the Suns owner and the Kings owner, man. I'm real close to doing that. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Like to thank y'all guys for rocking with us tonight. We will be back on, unfortunately, after the Kings game. The Kings game is at 6, so we're gonna try to get a video in at
Thunder,
about
Thunder.
I'm sorry, the Thunder. At about about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So guys, look for that. I guess we'll send a post on YouTube, so you guys look forward to that. And with that being said, guys, we will holler at y'all on Sunday. And it's your boy King, your boy Rail, and we'd like to thank y'all for rocking with us. And we will see y'all again here very soon.
Yes, sir. Peace.